Alrighty, welcome back to another War Thunder video from some random small YouTuber you've never heard of. So basically I'm going to introduce myself here because y'all don't know who the hell I am. My name is Old School 22. I've been playing War Thunder for well over 4 years now. I got my account in November 30th of 2014, and I've got over 4,000 hours logged on to Steam. Now keep in mind, I had a couple of months ahead where I didn't have Steam, but I still played the game, so it's like more like around 4,100 or 4,200, I guess. It's somewhere around there. Throughout the years, I've gotten pretty much most of the vehicles in game, with the exception of the newer stuff and the ships. So my account is now worth several $1,000s if you wanted to try it in GE everything that I have. But the astonishing thing is, with all that time and effort, I still don't have everything. Even with the massive amount of premium time I have, which is sitting around like 426 days right now, I still don't have everything. My highest crew level is on my Abrams, and that's only at 117, with the crew slot right next to it being like in the hundreds range. So it's really kind of heartbreaking, 4 years, 4,000 hours, and I still don't have everything. That's really how grindy this game is, I guess. Gotta play it to grind it. Alright, so getting into the meat of the subject here is the parts and FPE shitstorm going on right now. Like, everyone's just losing their shit for it. And really, my ideas for this have been around for well over a year now. I've made a forum post literally a year ago detailing most of the exact same things that people are wanting nowadays, or at least now voicing their opinions on it nowadays into this shitstorm. So basically, my main idea here is, without the parts upgrade, the tank can still repair minor damage. Like your cannon barrel gets yellow or light orange, but you can't repair serious damage, such as a dark red or a black. That you have to go back to the cap circle. Another way of doing that, I've heard other people say it quite often, is without the parts upgrade, repair time is just extremely long. And I'm okay with that. It's definitely better than not having it at all. I believe Fly had something like part charges, similar to FPE, where he had like 2 charges for FPE, where he wanted like 1 charge for parts, and that was it. I don't really like that idea because there are many cases where you need to repair more than once just to get out of a sticky spot. Like your hold down and your cannon barrel gets knocked out, and the cap circle is way over there, and you got to make it over there to repair and get your repair charge back. But in order to get over there, you get hit again like 3 times. Numerically they still set you on fire, but you still got to repair all that. So my idea for the parts upgrade is you can repair all the tank damage with the parts upgrade, but taking into effect the repair time, which a lot of people are going for, your repair time is extremely long, like 3 to 4 times as long than it'll be without the parts upgrade. So with the parts upgrade, the repair time is reduced. That's basically what it is. FPE, currently you only get 2 charges of FPE when you research the module. My idea here is to, without the FPE module, you can have 1 FPE, so it's like your get out of jail card when you're stock. But also, you cannot resupply it at a cap zone. Because my idea for this is, with the FPE module, you can get 2 charges of FPE, like you normally do, and you can resupply it at a cap zone, like ammunition. So that's even more incentive to get the FPE and play the objective. Because if you're defending the objective, keeping your FPE, that helps your team to win the match. Because, hey, playing the objective. That's what the game is supposed to do. Even though most people, and myself included, just treat it as a death match, there are capture zones to capture, and they are quite useful. Moving on to crew replenishment. This is something I haven't heard a lot of people talk about lately. Currently, if you have the crew replenishment, you can only get 1 crew member, and that's it for that tank. My idea here is you can replace the crew all the way, kind of like with ammunition or the fire protection I was talking about earlier. So like if you have a tank with 5 crew members and you lose 3 of them, you can get those 3 guys back into the tank. You can basically become fully operational again with all your fire protection, all your crew, and all your ammo. And I think it's a great idea, especially for like if you're just having a game where you can't kill me, I cannot die. Just one of those games where I'm invincible. Also, bring back the last man standing. Now, before y'all like shit on me because that was a terrible idea way back when, the last man standing will only be applied for tanks with 2 crew, with 1 or 2 crew. Because I believe there's like 1 or 2 French tanks with like 1 crew member. As crazy as it is, but really for 1 to 2 crew member tanks, because those tanks really need it. I mean, it's not fun getting one shot just because your tank only has 2 crew, like the M50 Ontos. You can machine gun that thing, and it's just dead. So, in terms of killing those tanks, it's really no big deal, because odds are your shot's going to take out both crew members anyway. Why not with 3 crew members? Well, because those tanks oftentimes can also be applied to modern main battle tanks, such as the T-64 or the Type 90. And that's going to really piss people off. So I'm just going to keep it with the 2 or below for crew members. Let's see. Ships, those definitely need the parts FPE stock, because I've never heard of a battle where a ship just like burned itself down or couldn't repair minor damage that it had taken. I mean, obviously for like a severe fire, the ship is going to go down anyway because the crews physically can't fight that fire and they abandon ship, or they have like several torpedo holes inside of a destroyer and it's just no use to fight it. But an aircraft carrier is a great example here because they're designed to take all that damage. And there's a couple of cases where, like on the Enterprise or the Lexington, where they're so severely damaged they've like lost half their flight deck because it got blown up, and they're listing to the side and they could still like float away, being towed back to harbor. But the main idea here is the ships need the fire protection and the FPE. Fire protection, FPE, I said that twice. Parts and FPE stock. Moving on. In terms of the SL and RP reward for tanks, like the modifiers itself, early tiers like tier 1, 2, and 3, they're fine. You can get through those tanks relatively quickly nowadays. It's really around tier 4 and up that you really need to double the RP and Silver Lions modifier, because it should not take forever to grind and grind and grind. Just basic upgrades like parts or FPE on a top tier battle tank. Hell, top tier SPA, that takes forever because SPA, with a couple of exceptions, are really useless versus tanks. And even those SPA that are good versus tanks, they have to be side on at close range. I'm looking at ZSU 57 and the Gepard and the whatchamacallit. Yeah, French AA. I forget what it's called. Also, I have a unique idea where it's basically like another tech tree, but it's for ammunition on tanks. And it'd basically be like a mini tech tree or a mini folder where you can research the different ammo types and never have to research that ammo type again. So like, let's say you have a 75mm gun on a Sherman. Once you get all the ammo on that gun researched, you can apply that ammo to all the other tanks in that tech tree with the 75mm gun. And I should have a video playing showing that right now, but to help you visualize. So that's my spiel for right now. That's my ideas. In the comments, comment down below if you agree, if you disagree, if you think my audio sucks and I need to buy another microphone. This is a cheap microphone, so I don't know how my voice sounds. But just let me know. And thank you for watching. Thank you for having an open discussion. I'm really liking how the community is pushing Gaijin to have these things, which they should have had for the past couple of years now since tanks were released. And I hope to see you on the guys in the battlefield. Have a good day.